It is Thursday, and I'd say it's just after 6 a.m. So the only thing left that I need to plant on the deck is these ranunculus. Still have to plant those, and I got all my herbs planted up. Um, Ignore the sign that says cabbage. It's supposed to be the cilantro in there, so we'll see if that comes up. But everything else seems to be doing just fine. I may or may not water these today. We're expecting some rain, so we'll see what happens. So now I got to go and do some coop maintenance and then let the girls out. So my to-do list this morning is to get this part of the run uh, leveled out. I want to put their water bowl for the ducks and add some stuff in this bin for their dust bath, because they're using that area to do their dust bath and it's just becoming a big hole. I then need to refill their waterers and their feeders, and then I'll let about at least 60 of them will come in here. And then once I let those 60 in here, I'm going to put some more feeders outside and let another 20 outside. So we should have 20-ish, 40-ish, and another 25 or so in there. We'll see how it divvies up. So I hope you could see now a better shot of the corn starting to sprout. I managed to get 2 of the feeders down. I need to get the pool refilled, a new watering station for the chickens, feed in these 2 hanging feeders along with some on the ground. All right, so I had these grates in the garage, so I decided to pull them out, try to see if I could help with the erosion in this area. Put a grate over the waterers. I'll see if the ducks could stick their beaks in. If not, I'll adjust. Put a little bit of DE sand and dirt in the bowl and reposition the bowl. I'm sure they'll scratch all this pile of stuff back on the grates. You know what? I'll probably do that for them. And I'll flip it over since some of these grates have a lip on one side. And then I am going to release them. Okay, everybody's... I guess they hadn't yet figured out there's a feeder over there. Alright, let's go take care. Well, she did. Alright, let's go take care of the ones inside. Got another duck egg, that's a good thing. So, I'd say right now there is 101 out here, with Luke still being in timeout and the ducks still being in the coop. Everybody is quiet, so that must mean everybody is content. I got the pool with some bricks on them and fill up the water some more. So let's see how long it takes the ducks to come out. Might end up having to give Luke away because he's still acting up. Still drawing blood every time he's let out. So he's in timeout. He has food, he has water, so we shall see. This grass is definitely going to get cut today. So this is basically the household garden. This bed has cucumbers and I underplanted cabbage. I just threw some seeds out to see what would sprout. So I need to thin those out a little bit. I have one cucumber coming up there. There should be 4 different varieties in each corner. I'm going to use these bamboo poles for my trellis. And my thinking is that they will give shade to the cabbage. I'm not sure if I said cabbage before, but that's cabbage. This is my potatoes. I need to heal them up today. And I had some store-bought onions growing in the middle of that. In this bed I had, I believe it's the ishikuru. I had some carrots, I want to say beets and radishes, and I went in on, I want to say Monday, and I planted 3 of my peppers in this bed. Nasturtiums are in the blue pots that is on each of the beds. In this bed I put, I had kale, I think broccoli, can't remember, 2 other things, but I ended up putting some of my tomato plants in this bed. In the tires, so far I have some more peppers. Those are the green onions that I sowed in the basement. These are various berries. I have a pineapple crown growing. The edges may be a little charred, but in the center you could see a new leaf coming up. This is some marigolds. In the grow bags, which is 7 gallons, I have tomatoes. I was trying to use a household tool that I had to bore holes or to burn holes in the tarp, and that was tedious, so I need to get a tool for that. But in this first row is going to be my watermelons, and on the second row I am going to put my cantaloupes. This area, like I said, tomatoes in the grow bags, and this area here I'm thinking peas and beans, and this back quarter I want to do acorn squash. Acorn squash is a favorite of my husband's, so most likely that's what's gonna be here. I have the cinder block on the tarp because on Saturday we're supposed to have thunderstorms again, and who knows what the wind is going to look like, so decided to prep now for that. I need to come out here in a few after I finish what is going to be my market garden area and water everything that I previously showed you. So yesterday I got accomplished was I got the beds dressed, and I had 2, 4, 6, 7, 8 already planted and labeled. I am going to put this camera down and finish off these last 5, getting them planted. Then I am going to water everything in this bed as well. Had some extra soil, but I have, I believe, 4 or 5 gallon pots for my elephant ears, so I'm going to use that. In these beds I have black cow manure, topsoil. The original soil is already there, obviously. We had earthworm castings, vermiculite, perlite, what else did I put in there? bone meal and blood meal, and who knows, probably the kitchen sink. So I'm gonna get this planted up and then bring you back. The drip irrigation line, I got that rolled up. I have the instructions in the bag, and what I think I'm going to end up doing is putting these in individual bags. I most likely will be donating that kit to the Goodwill. So I'll bring you back in a minute. Well, the last 5 beds have been planted and labeled. So all 14 beds are now complete. Every bed is labeled. And I am thinking that since I have this tree mulch, in my opinion, I should probably use it as weed suppression in the walkways and just try to focus on getting the grass out of the beds. So I think I'm going to come back out here in a little bit and get the grass out of some of these beds. But for now, I need to go check on the kids and water my kitchen garden. So I got the cabbage tilled out, and I'm going to give this another few more days. So by Monday, if I don't see any of the cucumbers, I'm going to plant some more seeds. I got the potatoes healed up. In this bare spot, there should be some potatoes coming up. I got everything watered. The grow bags are taken care of. Buckets are taken care of. My flower pots are taken care of. And the tires are taken care of. I'm going to go check on the chickens and ducks and call it a day for this vlog. Thanks as always. I haven't yet seen the duck use that basin, but so far it's deterring the chickens from digging up in this area, so that's a plus. I have some volunteer zinnias coming back up here. This is the area that is going to get my snapdragons, which at this point I have the snapdragons and the ranunculus that still need to be planted. I have a few girls on the nesting box. Everybody seems to be content. I took their feeders out. I don't keep it in here during the daytime. I am going to go and throw some water on my herb pots and call it a day.